How does Section 1201 of the DMCA impact the ability of consumers and independent repair shops to modify or repair devices that have proprietary software and data in the consumer electronics industry?
Thank you so much for the question. As we've been talking about, the Copyright Office in 2015, 2018, 2021, and they're in the process for the current rulemaking, has determined that engaging in circumvention, the removal or bypassing of these digital locks for purposes of repair, is perfectly lawful behavior. But there is a major practical mismatch here between the legal rights that consumers enjoy under federal law today and their practical ability to exercise those rights. And that's because, as Devlin was just describing, the Section 1201 rulemaking does not extend to the creation or distribution of tools, right? So I have the right under federal law to remove the technological locks, say, on my video game console if I want to swap out a broken disk drive. How do I do that? I like to think of myself as a pretty technologically sophisticated person. I don't have the first clue about how to do that. I need a person who can write that code, make that code available to consumers so that I can. All I'm trying to do is swap out a broken disk drive on my video game.
But you would argue
console.
that code is proprietary, correct?
So I'm talking here about a third party making their own code, right?
Okay.
That is simply allowing me to engage in activity that the Copyright Office has repeatedly said is non-infringing.
Do you want to give them a map? Is that essentially what
Absolutely, yes, I do.
Do trade secrets play a role in the right to repair debate?
There are occasions where trade secrets are important. I don't think in the context that we're talking about here with Section 1201 that we're typically running into trade secret issues. The state level bills that have been introduced do typically address trade secrets and often have carve-outs there, and I think that's something worth considering in this debate. But I think it's important to keep in mind that, like, just because we have some hypothetical worry about some unknown bad actor taking a tool that I use to fix my video game console.
Well, it's not unknown. The Chinese do it all the time.
I don't think the Chinese are particularly worried about whether or not I can fix my video game console. And in fact, I think that point is important. But the bad actors already have these tools. All we're trying to do is get very targeted tools in the hands of law-abiding citizens who just want to repair the stuff they buy for their kids for Christmas, right? If the Chinese are going to hack the PlayStation, they've already done it.